After a few frustrating attempts and 7 months of waiting, the Halios Seaforth has arrived. If you're not an obsessive like some of us, you might not know about Halios, a very small watch brand out of Vancouver, Canada. Helios is a prime example of the rebirth of small, direct-to-consumer watch brands that deserve much more universal attention. I think Helios and this Seaforth are part of a renaissance. Before the quartz crisis in the 70s and 80s, there were countless numbers of small watchmakers, boutique shops, that have long since been forgotten. The big players survived, or at least some of their names did, but many, even most of the small players, shut their doors forever. How could small mechanical watch producers compete with $50 quartz pieces? But something has happened over the last 10 years. As a reaction to the digitization of everything and the advancement of smartwatches, people are returning to mechanical timepieces. They're returning for their charm, their beauty, and the statement they make. They have no notifications and no step counting, but rather are hand-assembled works of art. The Seaforth and Halios is a prime example of this market, and it shows that there is a place for affordable, small batch, and finely made watches once again. The Seaforth can be bought in many configurations, with a fixed bezel, a timing bezel, or with this 12-hour bezel. It can have a date or no date, and one of several dial colors. All configurations share this 40mm case, though this bezel adds 1mm, making this 41mm. The case is 48mm lug tip to lug tip. And the Halios is 12mm thick. About 2 of those millimeters come from this lovely domed and box sapphire crystal, which adds some serious vintage charm. It's charmed me, at least. The design of the Halios is, in some ways, finer than many watches well above its $700 price tag. The lugs, in particular, are carefully faceted with brushed and polished contrasts. They also angle downwards, resulting in a very slim feel that hugs the wrist much better than most watches of a similar length. The Halios also came with this soft leather pouch and an additional strap made from black rubber. There is no box for the Seaforth, just this pouch, which seems to me like a statement. Everything here is to be used. I can't say the same about the pile of luxury watch boxes collecting dust in my closet. To further demonstrate an impressive attention to detail, both the canvas strap and the buckle's clasps feature the Halios wordmark. Jason Lim, the founder and everything else of Helios, did a commendable job thinking through every last detail. Or at least, that's how it seems to me. I think the Seaforth is a success because its design is both familiar and yet new. It's not a homage piece, and I can't point to any obvious design influences. It's refreshing, but comfortable. The only aspect that may be considered unusual is this pastel blue dial. I chose this color because I had nothing else like it, yet it matches my clothes so well. Keep a lookout for this color. I expect to see more watches with pastel blue dials. It works. This Seaforth isn't Halios' first reference, not even close. But it shows that the brand is growing, maturing, and improving. I think that's the case with several small brands playing in this market. It's an exciting time, this renaissance of watchmaking. As our lives become more digital, I expect an opposite reaction, back into the ticking arms of mechanical watches and tasteful designs, like that of this Halios Seaforth.